Hello, Math 4B, Pre-Calculus Online Summer 2025 for residential college students. I'm your instructor, Mr. Heron. Welcome to the class. Let me share my screen and put on my glasses so I can see here. And there's our course. There's our homepage. So I just wanted to run through real quick with you basically how things are going to work. This is a fast 4-week course, and let me show you. It's completely online. We're not meeting in person or face to face at any set time. You don't have to be online at any certain time. Everything is work on your own online. So how are you going to know what to do when and what to work on? Well, let me show you. Come on into the home page of our course. Click on calendar. That's probably the easiest way. Click on calendar. Boom. There it is. There's all the assignments we're going to do and when they're due. So like Tuesday the 27th, 2/5 and 2/6 are due. And when I say due, everything's due by midnight on that day. So the syllabus quiz and then 2731 sample exam on Wednesday and Thursday 3.2. And there's our first exam on Thursday already. So notice it's a wild fast pace. Let me say that right in the beginning. You've got to have time to give to this course. This course will take the fastest, smartest person at least 2 hours a day and up to as much as 4 hours a day. You really have to be, and I mean, when I say day, I mean every day of the week. So now let me pause that and say, you might say, Mr. Herman, I can't do every day because I work at, that's fine. You can work ahead. The whole course is open. And when I said these dates on things, notice I use the whole week, Monday through Sunday. I just spread it out. That's when they're due. So you don't have to, you can do them beforehand. If you know this coming up weekend, you're going to go out of town because it's summertime, right? A lot of people are taking trips, doing things, or they're working full time or half time or something. That's fine. That this course is completely flexible. It's just I have to put deadlines in there, but you can work ahead. So like if you know, hey, the weekend I work a lot, so then you got to get this work done before the weekend. This is just when the things are due. But the entire course is open right now. You can get the whole course done this first week if you're super diligent, right? You don't have to do anything on certain days. I always get students email me, Mr. Heron, could you adjust things? I can't really. And my response is, the whole course is open. You can adjust things. You just do it early. So I want to be clear. If you email me and then it's all of a sudden late, you're not going to get a lot of compassion from me because I'm here telling you on the first day, the whole course is open. So if you know you got stuff coming up, just get it done ahead of time. All right. So there's how you'll find out what's coming up, what's due. There's other ways you could just look on the to do. If you have that in your browser over here, it tells you what's coming up. You click on the view course calendar that from Canvas up there, or assignments is a good way as well. Click on assignments over here. It'll show you all the stuff that's upcoming assignments. There they are, the due dates and all that. All right, well, let me show you about assignments. We have 2/5 and 2/6 that are due by Tuesday at midnight. Let me click on 2/5 here and it opens up and I'll click start and it gives me this message about video links. You can read that, whatever. Here we go. Here's the first question. It's saying the following equation has two solutions. Da 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 da. That equation. Well, how do you solve that? Well, you might think, oh, I kind of remember. I'm not sure. Maybe it's 4 and 3. I'm gonna give a try. Submit question. Oh, got them both wrong. Am I out of luck? Well, it says you can retry. Okay, okay, okay. How about 5 and 4? Submit. Oh, got them both wrong. Okay, I'll try again. 9 and 8. Got them both wrong. Darn. What are the answers? -7 and -9. Why is that? Well, and now I'm out of luck. Well, I had my three tries, and see these answer keys appeared after you get something wrong 3 times in a row. The answer keys appear, it tells you the right answer, and now this button appears, get a similar. So watch, I'll click that, it'll give me new numbers. Everything else is the same. See, it changed the numbers, pretty much everything else is the same. And now you have 3 more tries. And so really you have infinite tries. You have 3 attempts and then ask for a new one, 3 attempts. So you have infinite tries to get the homework right. Now you might be thinking, okay, I got it, but I still don't know how to do it. Yeah, here's the most important part of the course. See the video link right there? Every homework problem has a video link at the bottom. Click on that. Opens up. There it is. My little YouTube video. Push play. There I am. I'm explaining how to solve it. I'm walking through. You got a factor. You got to set it equal to 0 and factor. How do you factor? Well, you find numbers that multiply and add and blah, blah. This is a 12-minute video. I'm long-winded. You go ahead and skip along. Oh, Miss Taryn, you're boring me. I got all that. Just Oh, so you just do that, then just move it over. Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember now. Thanks, Heron. Come back here and do your thing. Say, okay, now I get it. What's that? Six times seven. You got to multiply before it's six times seven. So, but then it's opposite. So it's minus six. Watch, I'll do it wrong. It's minus seven and minus six, right? Because minus seven is the larger, right? No, minus seven is not larger. Remember a number line? You think about your money. If you're negative seven, or let's think about temperatures. What if the temperature is negative seven out or negative six? Which one's the larger, higher temperature? The negative six, right? Negative seven's colder, more negative. Let's reverse these. I'll teach you a little math here. There we go. Now we got it right. So now it gives me credit, and I can go on to the next one. So you have infinite tries. Just keep working on these. Now, the other thing you're going to probably want to use is so use my video. See, every homework problem has a video link at the bottom. And let's go back out of there. And also, here's my notes on the home page. See this notes over here? Click on notes, open that up. And there's my exam one notes, exam two notes, all the way down to exam eight. I gave both a PDF and a Word doc version, depending on which one you like. Click on that. You can download it or open it. You can use these during the exam. You can use all the notes you want during homework, exams, everything, also calculators. Once you click on that, it'll open up. Here's what it'll look like. Excuse me. Here's my exam one notes. I'm just showing you how to do a bunch of those problems. So that'll help you. Let me go back to the home page. The other thing that'll really help you is this calculator on the home page. I got to adjust this. It's kind of funny looking. Anyway, here's the calculator. See that little picture of a calculator on the home page? Click on that. There's a Desmos calculator. This thing's beautiful. You can use this during the exams. You can also use a handheld calculator if you want, but this is going to be way better, way better. Trust me, this thing is so nice for typing. You can use an answer button. It's way easier to use. It'll serve you well and help you. Use that during the exams, that Desmos calculator on the home page. There's also a matrix calculator, which we'll use later in the course. So, yeah, so there's that good stuff to use. Let me see, where am I at? Let's talk about exams. Because go back to the calendar here, and you'll see that we have an exam every 3 days, basically. Exam one's Thursday, exam two Sunday, then 1, 2, 3 days, 3 days, exactly every 3 days exam. So we have 8 exams and the final. And that's where most of the points are. If you go back to the syllabus, you can click on that, and I'm not going to do it right now. You'll see that 55% of our points are on exams, 15% on the what's it called? The final. So that's 70% of your grade will come from exams. So how are exams going to work? Well, they're literally the same as homework. They literally are homework problems. The only difference is there's a timer. You have an hour to complete somewhere between 10 and 18 questions, depends on the exam. And you can't use the videos. You can use all the notes you want. And it's just random homework problems. That's it. So let me show you. Let me show you what how that works. So go back to assignments. I provide a practice exam before each exam. Here we go. So see right here in your I'm under assignments right now. See practice exam number one is due the same day as exam one. If you click on that, here's practice one. It's the same as exam one. I mean, literally the same. It's just random buckets. There's just random buckets. There's 16 questions on this one. Let's go to the first question. There we go. So it looks just like what we saw in the homework, doesn't it? See, it is the same. And this is exactly what your exam's going to be. It's just going to randomly choose problems for each student. So, and randomize the numbers as well. So there's buckets, like you're going to get one of these types, but it'll be different for different people and different numbers as well. So that and the practice exam, the real exam will be identical. It's just different particular problems. Now, when you take the exams, you do have to use the lockdown browser because I have to keep things secure. You're going to have a video taken of yourself. I know you're like, Sharon, I don't want that. I'm sorry. Online, I have to keep it secure. So there's a sample exam which is due on Wednesday, I believe, 28th, right? Yeah, Wednesday the 28th. Click on that. That'll show you exactly how to download the lockdown browser, how the exams are going to work. Basically, you need to have a computer that has a webcam on it. Laptop, desktop computer that has a webcam so I can have a video of you during the exam so I know it's not your smart friend taking the exam for you or something like that. And so if you don't have that, if you're like, oh, Mr. I don't have that, that's okay. You can come to the Fresno City College Library. We have a couple computer labs that have computers you can use free of charge. So you can do that. Now, if you have your own, then you can just do it at home. And but you do have to have a computer with a webcam. Hear me on this. iPads will not work. Chromebooks will not work. Tablets will not work. Now, I know you might be saying, Mr. Aaron, I know I've done these lockdown browsers before. My iPad works. No, not for mine, it won't. Trust me on this. I'm doing a special thing. I won't bore you with the details. I'm not trying to wreck it. It just did. And there's no other way to do it. So the iPad, so hear me on this. The iPads will not work for the exams. You're going to have to take them, either come to campus. If all you have is an iPad, have to come to campus just for the exams or borrow a friend's computer or something like that just for the exams. Everything else you can just do it on your phone, even for homework and stuff. That's fine. But for the exams, you will need to have a computer that's not an iPad, not a tablet, and not a Chromebook. Those are great. My daughter used to have one of those, but unfortunately, they just don't work for the lockdown browser either. So not an iPad, not a Chromebook, not a tablet, some other kind of laptop or desktop computer with a webcam to take the exams. And during the exams, you know why am I doing that? I'll need to see your hands. See how right now you don't really see my hands? You don't know what am I doing? I could be doing something bad. What bad thing? Well, you're going to have to show me your hands during the exam. To do that, I'll show you in the sample exam. I'll send you a video later, but I'll just show you right now real quick. Just move the computer off to the side and aim the screen down a little bit like that. I can still see the screen fine for typing in my answers, but now as I do my work, see how you can see my hands? I need to see your hands during the exam. Now, why? Why am I? And I don't care about your head. I don't need to see your head and face. Just your hands. Why? Why am I seeing hands? Because I got to make sure you're not doing this, right? I'm on my cell phone. That's how people cheat these days, right? I just sadly caught somebody cheating in my spring semester class and gave him a 0 on the exam and sent a discipline form in. He was using a cell phone in his lap in my classroom during the exam. So I got to make sure I see your hands during the exam so that they're not on a cell phone. You can use a calculator, that's fine, but not a cell phone or anything else that can access the internet, not an iPad or anything like that. Why? Because there's all those AI websites. You and I both know there's a million math websites. You can do that'll do all the math for you, right? So I need to see your hands during the exam to make sure they're just using a regular calculator and your paper. You can use all the notes you want. Just no cell phone, nothing that can access the internet during the exam. I got to see your hands. So that's why we need the lockdown browser for all that. And you click on sample exam, it'll lead you through all that. Again, we have them on in the library. We have computer labs if you don't have something like that at home. Don't worry, don't be stressed by the technology. I'll work with you. I'm very patient with that. No one will fail this class because of technology. Some people will sadly fail because they don't put enough time into the math. But if you have trouble with the first exam or you can't get it figured out, I'll be patient. I'll give you a retake. I won't just go 0, you blew it. No, I'll give you a retake opportunity. I'll let you try it again. I'll say, oh, that's okay, no problem. Just try it again on this computer or try, I'll work with you. I'll work with you. I'm not the best at technology either. So don't worry. We'll make it work. You can come to campus if you need to. We'll make it work. Don't be stressed out about technology, but you do have to use webcams during the exam. Speaking of that, I noticed that there's a retake exam. You see exam 1 and then retake exam 1, and it happens to keep on rolling down. There's exam 2 and retake exam 2. Roll on down, exam 3, retake exam 3. The next day, there's always a retake the next day. So why do I do that? Well, I want to help you to succeed. I want as many people as possible to succeed. My class is hard. I mean, not that I'm making it hard, but pre-calc's hard. So I want to give you a second try in case it didn't go well the first time. You weren't as well prepared as you thought. See, I give a practice exam beforehand, the exam, then I give a retake the next day if you need that. Now, having said that, let me mention that I'm going to give a bonus on the original exams that I will not give on the retake. I do that because if I don't do that after a couple exams, everybody just blows off the original exam. They're not ready in time. Then they just take the retake and they end up only having one good try. I don't want that for you. I want you to have 2 good tries if needed. You don't need to take the retake. They're optional. But if you need it, I want it to be there for you. So I'm going to give you an extra credit bonus on each of the original exams that I won't give on the retake. That'll be like up close to 10%, somewhere between 5 and 10%, usually close to 10%, usually a whole grade, in other words, 10%. Like if you got a 90, I'll bump you up close to 100%. If you get an 80, a B, I'll bump you up close to 90, an A. You get a 70, I'll bump you up close to 80. On the original exam, I'll be bumping you up extra credit, somewhere between 5 and 10%, usually close to 10%, and I will not do that on the retake. So the retake's there if you need it. It's a backup, but there's no bonus. I'm trying to strongly encourage you to do a good job on the first one, get that extra credit. be prepared. And then if you need it, the retake is there as a backup the next day. And then you can meet with me and on Zoom, and I can help you to see what you didn't get down the first time as needed. All right, so let me see. Anything else? Let me go back to the home page real quick. Here we are on the home page. So question answer, that's going to be a place where you can drop questions and answer other people's questions. There's, of course, calendar. Notes, remember the notes. That's going to be real helpful to you. There's the calculator. There's another matrix calculator there we'll use later. Zoom, that's, oh yeah, let me click. Here's my picture. Click on that. That'll show you my office hours. I'm going to be on Zoom every day, 5:30 to 6:30. That may change. I'm just trying to figure out what's best for you guys. I'm figuring a lot of people work in the summer. I'm trying to do it after work hours. A lot of people work in the evening on their math. So I'm there to help. I might change it. If that doesn't work for anyone to meet me, there's my Zoom number. Send me a text. I can meet you at a different time. So there's my email as well, or you can email me through Canvas. That's what most people do. And there's our there we have two textbooks. Most people never even use the books, to be honest with you, but they're there if you want. And most people just use my video links at the bottom of each homework problem. But if you want to use them, there they are. They can help you. And there's Fresno City College math tutoring as well. We have some online tutoring to help you. So there's all kinds of help here for you. All kinds of help. But having said this, let me make my final appeal. Um, Friday is the last day to drop this course. Some people will fail this class, and the reason will be time. Time. This course, no way you're going to do this course with less than 2 hours a day of homework. Just no way. I could be the smartest person in the world. It'll take at least 2 hours just to get through those two sections, an hour each. Maybe a couple times it'll be a little shorter. And a lot of people will need 3 or 4 hours a day. So hear me on this. I know a lot of people, I've taught for a little over 30 years now, many online classes, talked to many students who've passed and some that have failed. And the ones that fail, it's always the same. So I'm saying, yeah, I was working 40 hours and I was taking 3 online classes and I have to help my family do this, that, and the other thing and drive my little brother around. That's just too much. Those are good things. I'm not putting down work. I understand summer's a good time to get some work in there. Not putting down work or helping your family or taking classes. Those are all good things. But the reality is you're a human being that needs sleep and there's just so much time in the day. You cannot, if you try to squeeze this class in doing less than 2 hours a day, that's 14 hours a week. I'm using all 7 days. Again, you don't have to do all 7 days. You can work ahead and do that 14 hours whenever you want. But it's going to take 14 to 30 hours for people to do this. I don't think anybody will be able to get away with less than 14 hours a week and pass this course. Most people will need more like 20, 25, some up to 30 hours a week to pass this course. I'm telling you, I know I've taught so many times, a lot of people say, oh, Miss Heron, no, not me. I'm going to, yeah. I've taught thousands of students now. Hear me. Don't try to do this class. Don't get some bad F on your transcript because you didn't hear me. If you don't have 2 hours a day at least, more like 3 or 4, if you don't have 15 to 30 hours a week to give this class, you're not going to make it. At least 15 hours a week. 14. What was it? 14. At least 14 hours a week. More like 20 for most people. Some people 25 or 30. It's going to take that. The material is hard. There's lots of questions. Exams are not easy. All right, so that's the reality. Last day to drop is Friday. We'll have an exam before that, so you'll know how you're doing. So there we go. All right, I'm excited to teach this course and help you through pre-calculus this summer. So I hope that you have a good summer. I'll see you online.